reason. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Happy Monday. It is Thanksgiving week, also Charlie's birthday week. She's going to be double digits. She's very excited. I hope you are all well. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Anyway, how did everybody sleep? I hope you all slept well and that you're all doing well. I actually slept 8 hours last night, which is a great feeling. And I finally got my glasses, which is really exciting. So I'll show you my glasses in a second. And we are doing Thanksgiving, just my family here, just the 5 of us, which is honestly a really nice change. I'm excited. I'm excited to cook. I love cooking with Michael, so it'll be fun. And otherwise, everything is good. So I have had a very interesting last couple of days regarding a friend of mine who's older, and she has an older son, oh, here are my glasses. Wow, I can read. So nice. Anyway. Oh gosh, it's so nice to be able to read without squinting. Hello. Hi, everybody. I can see you. It's like Romper Room. I see Kathy. I see Rosie. I see Brooke. I see Julie. Julie says, podcast with Olivia and Max is so awesome. Olivia laughs just like you. Olivia does laugh just like me. Anyway, so much to tell you guys. I want to start with what I am about to say is serious. Okay? I know we joke around a lot on Coffee Talk, but what I'm about to say is affecting hundreds of thousands of Americans right now, and it is real and it is not a joke. Okay? Morning, Amanda. So, I am sure if you are listening to this, you are familiar with what a cult is. But are you familiar with how good, educated, God-fearing people end up in cults? I bet you're not. Because the assumption is that if people are in a cult, they must be naive or dumb or feeble-minded or uneducated or an atheist or whatever, right? This is the assumption about cults. And that is just not true. Really good, smart people get stuck in cults. So, all right, let's talk about what happens, okay? My friend's son is a smart, loving, God-fearing young man. And he started to see things online about something that some would call a religion, others would not call a religion. I don't think that we can determine what is a religion. If it's something people believe in, then it could be their religion. But for shits and giggles and for the purpose of this, it's a kind of religion. I don't know, right? So anyway, long story short, he began to challenge things that he was raised to believe, which, by the way, she didn't take issue with. My girlfriend does not have an issue with the fact that her son questioned things he was raised to believe. She really, was okay with him questioning things. He doesn't have to blindly follow what he was raised to believe. So she was fine with it. And then he started to say things to her that were not things that were based in some truth, but not true. And she would find that their conversations got to the point where he was always putting her on the defense about the religion that she raised him in. Every time they talked, he would say things to her that he had found or he had read or someone had sent him, and she would constantly have to go on the defense. And he would question her faith, and he would question call her a sheep. You were raised that religion, so you raised me that religion. You didn't do any thinking for yourself. And some of what he was saying had some merit. So for a while, she was entertaining it. For a while, she was engaging him in the conversations because she didn't want him to think that he didn't have a seat at the table, that he couldn't have an opinion, right? He started questioning holidays and what they really meant and why people celebrated them. He started to say things to her like, you have pagan practices. Your religion is savage, right? You worship the devil. And she would be like, wait, what? I worship the devil. What the hell are you talking about? And it got to the point where no matter what she said, she couldn't say anything to him about it. And she would get defensive. She would say things to him like, none of what you're saying is based in any truth. If my religion is based in faith and that is problematic for you, why is this religion better for you if it's also not based in any fact? So you don't think the Bible or the Ten Commandments is real per se because there's no evidence of it. Fine. Why is this new religion okay with you even though there's no evidence of this religion either? And what he would start to do is the more she challenged him, the more lost he would tell her she was. She would get combative and he would say, look how combative you are. You're a sheep. You're lost. So here is what she went and got professional help. And I share this with you because I want you to understand that people who are in cults, it requires professional help. You cannot get through to them on your own. Here are some tips that the licensed, trained therapist gave her on how to deal with her son, who has now completely cut her off, and she has not spoken to him, and it is devastating. And these cults are tearing families apart. Marriages are ending, friendships are ending. It is excruciating what is happening. When cults, back in the day, to join a cult, somebody had to meet you in person. And they had to convince you in the streets or at meetings that they were better for you than what you had already believed. This is now like social media warfare. These things are happening online. They have access to your children online. They are brainwashing and grooming children online. Okay, so we used to have to worry about them seeing them in a playground or finding them at an after-school club or on college campuses. Now they're reaching them right on their phone. You want to understand, it is not dumb people who go into cults. Understand that they are just receiving social media information differently than you are. These things are designed to distort reality. They are designed to suck people in. That is exactly how they are designed and what they are designed to do. For example, you start talking about Christmas lights and you search Christmas lights, or you like a picture of Christmas lights, and suddenly you get ads for Christmas lights and you start spending money on Christmas lights. That is not an accident. Okay? So when someone likes something about a different religion, they start to see posts of propaganda about different religions. Okay? And it starts to infiltrate their mind. It doesn't mean they're dumb. They just process information differently than you do. Every single person listening to this video right now knows somebody whose views have significantly changed on certain subjects or topics since the last, I would say, 7 to 10 years of social media. Every single person watching this video knows somebody who has been affected by the algorithms that are meant to suck them in. It doesn't mean they're dumb. It doesn't mean they're stupid. It doesn't mean they're gullible or vulnerable. It just means that the machine designed to distort their reality has worked. That is what this machine was designed to do, right? Like a lawn mowing machine. We're not surprised when a lawnmower cuts your grass, right? Because that's what the machine is designed to do. These machines on social media are designed to distort reality. They're designed to suck you in. So we need to stop being shocked when it works. But what happens is when you get far away from God, and yes, I said God, I mean it, and I fucking mean it. When you get far away from God and the devil takes hold of the algorithm on your phone and your iPad and your computer, the machine that is designed to suck you in will work. And it leaves people in emotional distress. It creates paranoia. Okay? It is a propaganda machine that will convince you that everybody around you is lost and you are found. That the religion that you were raised to believe, that God who has served you is no longer a serving God. That all of this is meant to control you. And when you are exposed and exposed and exposed and exposed, it doesn't make you dumb. It doesn't make you weak. It means that the machine designed to distort your reality is working. That's all it means. Now, how do you deal with somebody you love? You cannot change their mind. You cannot talk them out of it. You cannot combat them. You cannot meet them with facts. You cannot get snarky. You cannot say things like, how could you fall for this shit? How could you do this? How could you whatever? Okay? You cannot talk them out of a cult. You cannot snark them out of their beliefs. The more you challenge them, the more lost they think you are. Okay? So let me explain the right way to handle it. If somebody says to you, Tupac is alive, I know he's alive. Tupac is alive. I saw a video on YouTube. He's alive. You can't tell me shit. You saying, how the fuck is Tupac alive? Why would you even believe that shit? You wrong. Wrong. You cannot combat them by shaming them because they will simply think you are the lost and they are the found. What you need to do is be respectful. You cannot be antagonistic. You just have to plant seeds of doubt. Small seeds of doubt. For example, wow, wait a minute. So Tupac is still alive? How do you think he stayed hidden all this time? Right? Or how do you think nobody's found him yet? That's like amazing levels of staying hidden. I can't even stay hidden from people in high school. Like, how do you think he stayed hidden for 25 years? And then you have to let them chew on it, okay? And they may say to you, because he wanted to stay hidden. He's Tupac. He has a lot of money. He's Tupac, and he could stay hidden if he wants to. Okay, no. Why do you think Tupac would want to stay hidden? Like, I'm just curious. Like, why do you think he would want to stay hidden? Because they were trying to kill him. Okay, that's fair. It's just, I think it's amazing. I mean, do you have any proof of this? Like, can I see the proof that you saw that made you believe that he's still alive? When you ask to see the evidence that they have, typically they will say they can't show you right now. Or they will say, I'll show you when Tupac comes out. When he decides to come out, that's when I can show you. All right, Alicia, I'm sorry, boo. You gotta go, baby. You're making this about something else, and I'm really trying. I have people who are really hurting, and you're making a joke. We're not the same, sweetheart. We're not the same. So a lot of times when you ask to see the proof of their religion, the proof of their whatever, they can't show it to you right now. Okay? Or they get angry. They lash out. They say things like, oh, you'll see. And this is when you have to just back off, right? You have to back off and go, okay, that's cool. Like, if Tupac comes back, it's going to be amazing. Like, it's going to be crazy. Like, do you think he's going to come back, like, while we're alive in this lifetime? Or do you think he's going to wait until our kids are older? Like, what do you think is going to happen? Now, My girlfriend has lost her son. She has lost him right now. She is devastated. She is devastated. No matter what she says, he won't answer her. He won't talk to her. He has been completely cut off from his own mother. If any of you are in this situation, if there are people that you love who have been affected by information differently than you have, because that's what it is. They have been affected by a machine of information targeted towards them differently than you have. If you are dealing with people who you don't recognize anymore, if you have no relationship with loved ones that I need you to know that you are not alone in this, and that there are so many people right now trying to figure out how to help others or come to agree. Like, there are people who she doesn't know what to do. She's working with a therapist who specializes in grooming and catfishing and deprogramming so that she can understand that she didn't do this. This is not about something she did or didn't do as a mother. This has nothing to do with the religion she raised him. This has nothing to do with any of that. This has to do with the fact that his brain processed information differently than hers, and he was influenced differently than she was. And anytime you are involved with something or someone and they tell you that you can't talk to the people in your life, you can't have relationships with people in your life, it is not healthy. No belief, no religion, no group should ever tell you that your mother is not good for you, that your siblings, that your spouse, if a religion requires you to cut ties with your mother, I'm sure there are like very special cases where, you know what I mean? Like, sure, maybe your mom is not good for you, but it is a red flag when anybody says to you, you have anybody who doesn't believe what we believe, you must cut them out, you must not talk to them. And through this support group, she has been introduced to so many parents who have lost their children to these cults. They get sucked into talking points that they get on a loop, and they keep repeating themselves about things that have no evidence or no anything, and it's just a loop that they keep repeating, and every time they say this is going to happen and it's going to happen on this day, and then it doesn't, and they say, oh, you'll see, and she keeps saying to him, what am I seeing? You keep telling me something is going to happen, and I'm waiting, and the days come and go, and the dates come and go. And her therapist said to her, you cannot combat him that way. When you combat him, you push him deeper into their arms. You need to say to him, why do you think the dates you've given me in the past haven't worked out? You told me this was going to happen to the earth on this date, and it hasn't happened. Why do you think it didn't happen? When you start screaming at him and you start getting emotional, you push him right into the arms of the people that got him in. So So they live off these things that never happen and these dates that don't ever come to fruition, and they are sucking our children in, and it is spiritual warfare. They are sucking our families in. It is real. It is real warfare. It is everywhere. Okay? And I want you to know that if you yourself have found yourself thinking things that you're like, come on, girl, what the fuck? You're not the only one. There is a machine on social media seeking to destabilize your reality. And don't feel bad if it works at times. If you start to wonder if aliens really are coming, or if the earth really is going to blow up one day, or if Tupac really is coming back on March 15th. If you find yourself thinking those things at time, understand there is an entire machine created to get you to think that. And if you are losing family members to this, you are not the only one. And it is crazy that so many of us are suffering from this and with this. And just know that I love you. Just know that I love you, and other people love you, and you're not in this alone. And you know what? Yes, Sandy, that's a beautiful idea, Sandy. That is a beautiful idea. Anyway, I don't have all the answers, okay? My girlfriend is devastated. I can't imagine what she's going through. Well, I can actually a little bit. And I don't know. The therapist says he needs to be reprogrammed. He needs to be, or deprogrammed or something. I don't remember the exact word. But that, I don't know. It's just fucking crazy. It's just crazy to me what people are going through. Anyway, I love you guys very much. And I don't know. One day at a time, right? One day at a time. I love you guys so much. Have a great, great day.